Dissidia Final Fantasy has finally returned, but now it's in the form of a mobile game, and Square Enix just released the announcement trailer. So let's check it out. So today we're going to be checking out the trailer for the new Dissidia game, and over the weekend Square Enix just announced this out of the blue, completely random, that Dissidia Final Fantasy was making a return. So a lot of us got really excited. I'm a huge Dissidia fan. I love the first two games. I mentioned this in my previous video, but I played those games so much that I had to open up my PSP and fix the buttons because they kept getting stuck. I played that much. I put hundreds and hundreds of hours into those two games. I'm also one of the weirdos, like one of 5 people I like to say, that genuinely really liked NT. Which 99.9% of the fan base absolutely hated, but I couldn't get enough of the gameplay. I loved going online, teaming up with other people, facing off against real people. The back and forth between the teams I thought was a lot of fun, especially when you found people on your team that just knew what they were doing. They didn't take it too seriously and be toxic. It was just a lot of fun. So I put like well over 200 hours into NT. I really loved it. And I played a decent chunk of Opera Omnia back in the day as well. I played it during commercial breaks of The Bachelor. So it was a nice little reprieve from, you know, trash reality TV. So when they announced that Dissidia was coming back, a lot of us were like, all right, this is cool, exciting. But then they hit us with it's now a mobile game, which had a lot of people, including myself, who's normally very positive, feeling very apprehensive because I don't know what to expect from this game now. And Square Enix does not have the best track record when it comes to mobile games. A lot of them have been recently shut down. There are some rumblings that maybe even something like Ever Crisis could potentially end, but I'll save that for a different video. And then of course there's like, what if there's gacha elements? It's just, there's a lot. A lot of us love Dissidia. A lot of us just want a proper new console version of Dissidia. A lot of people really want the first 2 games or Duodecim just re-released with a remaster. I personally really would love to see like a proper fighting game Dissidia, a 1v1 or a 2v2 type of game, maybe developed by Arc System Works. That's kind of what I really would love to see, but I'd be fine with another arena fighter too. But we don't know what this is. It could be an arena fighter, it could be a turn-based game, it could be Dissidia Go, where we're capturing stuff. I have no idea, but I'm going into this trailer completely blind. The only thing that's been spoiled for me is the name. Dissidia DUELLUM? Final Fantasy? DUELLUM? DUELLUM? DUELLUPEEP? It's a little confusing. Square Enix really likes these kind of complicated titles. I think it's Latin. I don't know, but they really love these things. But the trailer's like 1 minute and 40 seconds long. Let's check it out. I don't know what to expect other than, like, based on some of the stuff we saw on the website, it kind of looks like they're taking Dissidia and putting it into modern day because the settings are all modern. I'm assuming the characters will have modern redesigns too. So let's check it out. When darkness fails the world, the warriors of light shall come. Oh, that was a Sephiroth wing, maybe. A peaceful everyday life visited by chaos. Those who arrived to confront the chaos were called ghosts. Okay, new lore. Is that Cloud? Remember who you are. Team boss battle, 3v3 team boss battle arena. 2 teams. Okay, we're gonna have to wind this back. So they still got bravery system. Oh, okay, I think I know what this is now. Oh my god, there's so much happening. The art style I like. It's a pretty looking game. It does kind of have that gacha look to it, like a lot of those gacha anime games. Prompto's there, that's cool. Lightning. Oh, teasers. Who are the next ghosts? Okay, very quickly. That's got to be Clive in the middle there, right? That's most definitely Clive. That looks like Onion Knight. Oh my gosh, that's from 12. I forget his name. Did it start with a B? The cool pirate guy from 12. I don't know about anybody else. These are some strange looking silhouettes. 2026. Sign up now for the closed beta until the 28th. I don't know what I just watched. I tend to be a pretty positive person. I was going into this with an open mind. There's a lot in this trailer that just kind of happens. So yeah, it's kind of like a redoing of what Dissidia is. And normal Dissidia, all of our characters are transferred into this world for crystal stuff, and they're fighting. Chaos is there, the god of Chaos. Chaos is there. This is like reinterpreting it as ghosts. So these new warriors are not technically like warriors of light, they're ghosts. I gotta watch this again. There's a lot. Okay, yeah. Let's just do a second watch and then we'll slow it down afterwards. There's so much going on here. It's modern day setting. Okay, that's what I got. So they are still warriors of lights, but that's totally Sephiroth's wing. Yeah, so it's Final Fantasy in modern day. It was a warrior of light. So they're not just warriors of light, they're ghosts. That was Cloud. Swear to God, that was Cloud. Or maybe it was Prompto. I don't even know. Okay, I kind of had a feeling it would be this, which is PvE. No, it's PvPvE. That's what it technically is. The music is very good, though. I will say that. They never usually mess up the music. Oh my God, this social media. Atomos and Ifrit are there. I will say, Clive in modern day is pretty cool. They went with that angle in Tekken 8 because Clive was a guest character in Tekken 8, so he was fish out of water. He's in like Times Square. He doesn't know what any of this stuff is. Ben Starr even did like a voice line for Maximilian Dude about hot dogs, which was really funny. So I don't know what I just watched. I am so confused. We'll have to slow this down. So playback speed, let's go super slow, frame by frame it. So this is what I thought it would be visually. They are taking the characters and giving them a modern redesign. I don't mind that. It's cool to see the characters done a little differently. I have to slow down though, because there were so many different frames of stuff in this video that it was hard to kind of make out who was who and what was what. So I'm assuming that's one of our main characters. I don't know if that was Prompto or Cloud. Totally Sephiroth's wing. Kind of makes me excited to see what a modern day Sephiroth could look like. What's he gonna wear? You know, boots. That's the Warrior of Light. Okay, so I don't hate his redesign. It's very, very like not Final Fantasy. It's Fashion Fantasy. He's still got the shield and the sword. Obviously, you need those there. Those who arrived to confront the chaos were called ghosts. So they're warriors of light that show up, but then they confront the chaos and they're ghosts. And then we see, yeah, that's Cloud. I don't know who the girl on the left is. I don't think that's, I have no idea who that is. It's not Renoa, because they wouldn't have dyed her hair. Warrior of Light in the front. Looks like Kane's there too. I do like the logo. It's the old school Dissidia logo. I am so confused right now. Remember who you are. That's Prompto. Okay, yeah. All right, 3v3 team boss battle arena. So that was listed in the preview, and that kind of made me think, oh, this is probably going to be like a PvPvE, player versus enemy. I don't know how many other mobile games have done that. I know recently there was Exoprimal by Capcom, which is not a mobile game, it's a console game, dinosaur shooter. But the versus mode was like this, where your team competed against another team to rack up the highest score and kill. And that was basically how that worked out. So it wasn't just like a hero shooter, it was like you were going against the other team to try and, you know, score higher points. And that's what this is. So it's 3 players versus 3 players. Also, let's look at the character designs here. I don't mind the art style on like the portraits. The character portraits look really, really good. The in-game visuals do look good, but they have that kind of, I don't want to say generic, but like expected gotcha anime visuals to them. Okay, so that was Cloud. Holy crap, they cut so fast. Warrior of Light, Cloud, and Lightning. Okay, Cloud just has a big old jacket, some boots. He's got the skinny pants, skinny jeans. Lightning looks cool. She looks fashionable. She always looks cool though, so. Okay, and then Terra, that was Terra. Zidane with his traditional outfit. I don't know who that is on the right. Is that somebody from 14? From the MMO? Because I played like a little bit of 14. I'm not that familiar with it. Rival team. So 2 teams versus monsters in exhilarating battles. Cloud and Prompto. I like that team up. Prompto had like baby Cloud hair in 15. I also just really like the characters in 15. So, wow, this setup here. Hold for Ascension, which is a limit. So we have all of these little icons down at the bottom. I'm assuming those are your attacks, because there's no way you could do like actual touchscreen Dissidia controls on a touchscreen. It just would not feel right. So I'm assuming it's kind of like Ever Crisis in the sense that you have your specific team attacks down here for each character, which probably changes depending on who you're controlling, and that is what they're going to do. So the enemy team is on screen. There's Prompto right there. Cloud's doing his attack. There's the Flan. 2 teams versus monsters. Okay. So he does Ascension, and then we cut to Prompto's point of view. There's Lightning. There's Kane over there. Are those, what do you call them? Oh my god, the leopard laser monsters that are super scary. Oh, let's look at Prompto's UI. Did it change at all? Yeah, so Prompto's commands did change. So, okay, this is just you activating moves. Okay, straightforward. Purify crystals, accumulate bravery. So there's the added element of crystals and the enemies. So you're fighting the enemies, but you're also purifying the crystals probably before the enemy team purifies them, which adds to your bravery, allowing you to do more damage to defeat the enemies faster. Here's what I will say. Lightning looks super cool here. But just like as a character, Lightning just looks cool in general. I think regardless of what game you put her in, you could put her in like Lego Final Fantasy, Lightning would look super sick. It looks like there's a crystal behind her as well. Unleash your full power at max bravery. There's Cloud. Cloud doesn't look bad in this art style. It's interesting that they're going with like the super old school Buster Sword though, in terms of its design. Bravery Burst. Warrior of Light. Yeah, so I'm torn on the visuals. Again, I don't think it looks bad, but it does have that anime gotcha look. But I think because the character designs are so good, I'm fine with it. That's Renoa. Yeah, so yeah, they gave Kane like a cool milady. There's Zidane in modern clothing. He's got a vest. They made him like a little skater punk. And he looks like a little bratty kid in school. I don't hate it. He still has elements of his core outfit right there with the shorts. Training. Customize the warriors with different outfits. Okay, so we did see a little bit of regular Kane there. Yeah, again, it's the character design that I think really carries it. Look at all these different hats. He's the Hat Man. Lone Dragoon. That's his current style. Mog added Cloud to the group. Oh god, we're getting into group chats. We've got Dissidia Discord on here. Welcome, Koopa, welcome. Cloud's just going to be that one guy in the group who just like doesn't talk to anybody at first. And then he'll open up and be super nerdy. Glimpse their everyday lives between battles. Oh, this is strange. So that was that Terra then? Yeah, they just, because she looks so different in a different outfit, that was Terra. that I was looking at. So they're almost like if you took the Dissidia heroes, put them in Tokyo, and made them the Avengers or the Justice League. Or what's K-pop Demon Hunters? I haven't watched that yet. I hear it's really good though. That's the Onion Knight. I don't know who this is. Wasn't there a character in 13, a girl who used like a big staff? Is that her? I didn't make it through 13. This is the dude from 12, and Balthazar? Is that his name? I'm pretty sure it's him. Is that Riku? Oh, that's gotta be Riku. That's totally Riku now that I see it close up with the hair and the little ponytail and the little finger thingy. I don't know who that is. Who is this kid? They cut away from him super quick. That's not Noctis, is it? Because his hair doesn't look like that. That's 100% Clive. That is 100% Clive. Who are the next ghosts? All right, so if I had to describe how I feel right now, I would say I feel pretty whelmed. I'm not underwhelmed. I'm not overwhelmed. I'm just kind of whelmed. I don't think this looks bad. I think it could be fun. But I think calling it Dissidia is a bad idea. Because this doesn't really feel like Dissidia. Other than like the bravery elements and the whole like isekai. Taking characters from one world and putting them into another, fish out of water stuff, which is kind of interesting. But I'm wondering why they decided to go this route with Dissidia and not just do a new fighter. I can understand why they didn't do a new arena fighter. As much as I like the arena fighter Dissidia games, they've done that 3 times already, and it kind of feels like they've had diminishing returns each time. So I can see why they'd want to do something different. Again, I personally really want to see a proper 1v1 fighting game or like a tag fighter with Final Fantasy characters. I think that could be super fun. Again, I think this could be fun, but it's not like Dissidia, what people come to expect from Dissidia. Clearly they're trying. They're putting a lot of budget into this Duellum. Dula Oblongata. I can't pronounce his name. Yeah, that was Terra. She's a school kid, so she looks different. I don't know who Space Bear Kid is. I just feel whelmed. I don't hate it. I don't love it. This is, you know what this is almost kind of like, and I actually really liked it, was the Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis Academy, which was they took the cast of 7 and put them in a school setting. It's surprisingly funny. It worked really, really well. It kind of reminds me of that, so I don't hate it. It's just so weird. All right, so I decided to go back to the Dissidia website to see if they updated anything, and it looks like they updated everything. So first off, I gotta be honest, this looks pretty cool. It's super colorful. I'm a sucker for colorful stuff. The characters look interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about the Charlie Brown stripe on Kane or the Milady. It's interesting. But most of the characters I think look pretty cool. Prompto I think is going to look the best because Final Fantasy 15 was essentially like modern day with fantasy elements. So any outfit you throw Prompto in, it's going to look natural. You could wear this in real life. So I don't mind the character portraits. I don't know who these two are though. I'm trying to think back to some of the older Final Fantasies. I know Goth Girl, probably not from an older Final Fantasy. She early Final Fantasy. I'm thinking like 4 or 5. Maybe. We'll find out. They've got the character thingy up here. Remember who you are. Let's see what they got. 3v3 Team Boss Battle Arena. Okay. I don't know how I feel about Cloud's jacket. I don't know if I'm vibing with the black. It's not like a trench coat, like a duster. It looks a little weird on Cloud. I don't know if giving him a jacket was a good choice. Then he's got the ripped skinny jeans. Maybe it looks better in motion. We'll see more of that. Warrior of Light looks super cool, super fancy. Terra, she's a schoolgirl. So challenge the boss with your friends. Nice. Okay, we saw that in the trailer. Systems, here we go. Oh, wow, this looks way better on here. The video was clearly running at 30 frames per second, which did not do the gameplay justice. It looks super pretty on here. This is like 60 frames plus, my guy. Simple controls, exhilarating action. This looks fine. It's not like the Dissidia I wanted, but this could be like a fun time waster. Numbers go up, cool. There's the UI and all that. Yeah, so it's kind of like Ever Crisis in the sense that your characters auto attack, and then you pick the bigger abilities, and then they just do that. The behemoth looks cool. Defeat the giant boss before the enemy team. More. Battle flow. This is important. Accumulate bravery. Hunt monsters near a crystal to purify it and gain lots of bravery. So you're in one arena. I'm assuming the crystals spawn near the enemies. It's probably randomized. So then you go in there and just try to kill the enemies faster than the other team. And then whoever wins gets the bravery from that crystal, which has then been purified. I think I would have preferred just player versus enemy. So maybe there will be a mode later on where it is just PvE. I don't really want to have to worry about battling other teams. I just kind of want to team up with other people and just have fun, you know? Unleash your power at maximum bravery to deal damage against the boss. So it looks like these meters up here are probably each team's... Is that Garland? Are each team's bravery meters. So it's a DPS race. That's basically what it is. Use powerful abilities to defeat the boss faster than the enemy team. Yeah, we got that. Okay, so that's it. So it's 3 steps. It's a 3-step system. Simple. 4 roles. Ranged, melee, support, agile. So they're repurposing stuff from NT, I'm guessing. We'll start with ranged. Longer range for normal attacks and abilities. Try to strike from the back line. So in NT, that was marksman. Melee. High in stats, particularly in its offensive power. Lead the way and support the front line. So Vanguard, essentially. Support. Possess tools to support allies. Leverage each character's unique characteristics to your advantage. I think that was Specialist in NT. And Agile is probably Assassin. Is that what it was? Dash with their unique ability and wreak havoc on the battlefield with high mobility. Yeah, I think it was Assassin. So they're repurposing the class roles from NT for this. I don't know if that was necessary. Oh god, customization, outfits, fashion fantasy. Change up your style with acquired outfits, including a new look adapted to modern world. So that's kind of an interesting take. I don't really hate it. We're so used to seeing the characters a certain way, so seeing them in modern day with different outfits, I don't mind it. Acquire memorable scenes from the Final Fantasy series as rewards. Set them to boost your character's stats. So you can unlock like different pieces of artwork, or like memories is what they call them. So like just like classic moments from Final Fantasy games then get unlocked and can be used to upgrade your characters. They do something very similar in Ever Crisis. Oh god, green currency at the bottom here. 2 max level up to hold. I will be honest, and this is the dangerous thing about these types of games, the gacha games, is I downloaded Ever Crisis recently to catch up for the first soldier. And I gotta be honest, seeing the numbers go up, it's a good feeling. Seeing those bars just complete, drawing random stuff and upgrading your characters feels kind of nice. It can be addictive, so I get it. All right, background music. This is classic Dissidia here. Obtain music tracks from the Final Fantasy series and their arranged versions to elevate your battles. I loved doing this in Dissidia, especially in NT, buying all the songs I wanted, creating a custom playlist, and just having like some of my favorite battle themes play as I was battling people online. Made so many of those fights feel fun and exhilarating. I loved it. I don't know how much music they're gonna put in here. Maybe a couple of songs from each game, plus like it says here, their arranged version, so that's pretty sick. And they do have a sampler up here of the background music. I hope I don't get DMCA'd for it, but I'd like to play one. Maybe I should adjust my volume first. Let's just go ahead and lower that just a little bit. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. I think the ringing in my ears will stop eventually. Oh, I think this is Eyes on Me. I just wanted like Jersey Shore fist pump with this one. Okay, like I like this one. Okay, yeah, they're getting me with the music here. Did Kylie Minogue do this one? What? Oh, there's a drop. Oh, okay. This is fun. You gotta do the fist pump to this one. Okay, I'm into the music so far. I don't mind it. Okay, I'm gonna be here all day. I don't mind the music, not gonna lie. Let's go back. Story, okay. New Dissidia story unfolds in modern Tokyo. More. A giant crystal appears in the city of Tokyo. The blue glowing crystal blended into daily life and became a familiar presence. As one does, you just see a crystal pop up one day, just ignore it. However, those peaceful times came to a sudden end. Oh no. Strange monsters appear from a mysterious, menacing energy polluting the crystal, driving humanity to despair. I read that weird. From a mysterious, menacing energy polluting crystal. Did they mean to write menacing energy polluting crystal? Not the? Anyway, as terror dominates the city, armed warriors emerge as if they were answering to a cry for help. As they conceal their identities and quickly disappear after battle, people began to call them ghosts. Oh, okay, that explains things. Not quite the ghost of Tsushima, or Yote. They're basically the Avengers. Or the Power Rangers. They've got hidden identities. They show up when the monsters show up. They battle them. Final Fantasy Cross Modern World. Final Fantasy warriors summoned into the modern world with full Japanese voice acting. English would have been nice, but they're not going to put that budget into a mobile game. Our troops should be making an announcement soon. They're communicating via smartphones. This looks like a Samsung. It's a Galaxy. Yeah, they all got different phones. She's got a little chain on her phone. Yeah, we saw some of this in the trailer. Okay, so it's modern. It's an isekai. So, and we did see them communicating through chat. So, all right, here's the characters. I get to find out who some of these people are because there's two I don't recognize. All right, so we got Warrior of Light from 1. Kane's there. Okay. This is the one. She is from 5. I couldn't remember if it was 4 or 5, but I it's like she's from one of the older ones. Terra's there, Cloud's there, Rinoa, Zidane, Lightning, Prompto, Gaia. Okay, so she is from 14. That's why I don't recognize this character. Cool look though. Goth chic, goth chick. She's an Oracle of Darkness dappled in light. She's a melee class. Okay. What's this button do? Oh, different portraits. Okay, let's cycle through these really quick. Warrior of Light. Yeah, he looks cool. So you got modern mixed with classic. Okay. So what about Kane here? Milady. Yeah, the character designs still, I think, look fine. Okay, yeah. She reminded me of Terra, that's what it was. Who's right here? Tara Bradford. Schoolgirl, regular. Schoolgirl, regular. Cloud, my guy. What is up with this coat? So he does have a charge ability. You hold the button down for the Ascension stuff. Yeah, their regular outfits look fine. Some of them are a little... I just gotta get used to them, I think. Rinoa looks great either way. Hers didn't change too much. They just literally modernized her outfit. I like it. That's a good redesign. I like her shoes. Zidane's is a little weird. Well, his still kind of sticks close to what he was originally. They just changed the color of the vest and the pants. The pants are the same color, but the vest, yeah. I think maybe if they kept the vest green, maybe it'd look a little better. It'd be maybe too close to the original. Lightning looks cool either way, man. It's Lightning. Yeah, hers is super cool. It's very similar to this one. She just doesn't have a cape. Yeah, she looks sick no matter what. And then Prompto. Prompto, again, he's going to look fine no matter what. His outfits are pretty much like modern day anyway. So, yeah, they just kind of like repurposed his little undershirt here. Kind of took like a similar pattern for the pants. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Use tags to talk about your favorite Final Fantasies. What the? Follow play. Okay, so this is for interacting with real people. Oh, so you create your little character info card. You tag your favorite Final Fantasy. Okay, things won't get toxic there. Let's chat about the story episodes together. Which one is your favorite? That's not how chat's gonna go. You suck at this game. You're the reason we lost. Things get so toxic. Ideally, this is how you'd want it to be. And then we saw the teaser, and then you can applies for the beta. Yeah, that's pretty much the website. So My final thoughts on this. It doesn't look bad. I think it's probably gonna be fun. I would prefer player versus enemy instead of PvPvE. I don't really want to worry about another team with this type of game. But I think maybe calling it Dissidia wasn't the best choice, because when you use Dissidia, there's a certain expectation there when it comes to the type of game. And sure, there are Dissidia elements here. There's the bravery system. There is how they incorporate the music and the class roles. But I don't know, like, separating myself from my Dissidia fandom, it looks fine. It could be a fun time waster of a mobile game. Visually, it looks so much better here on the website than it did in the trailer. That frame rate makes a big difference. But like, I think maybe they should have just called this something else. Dissidia Ghosts, Dissidia Warriors of Light. Instead of using the word Dissidia, because there's a lot of expectations that come with the word Dissidia. But the music's great. Maybe I'll try it out. But yeah, like, there's hope that maybe if it does well, it'll boost the Dissidia name. Maybe we could get like a proper console version of Dissidia, whether it's a new arena fighter or the one-on-one or tag fighter, which I really, really would love to see. But it's interesting that this is the route they decided to go down. And I get why people are apprehensive, because these are mobile games and they can shut down at any minute if Square's feeling they're not doing well. So people have a right to be nervous or upset. I get it. But I'm kind of like in the middle. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I have a feeling, I already know. A lot of people are going to be upset, which I get it. But is there anything positive that you guys found from this in particular, whether it was the music or the character art styles, or is there like one positive thing at all? Because that's where my brain goes with these things. I tend to be a pretty positive individual when it comes to gaming. My brain just works that way. I don't really get super negative about stuff. And if there's something I don't like, I usually explain it why in a way that's constructive. So let me know, is there like one positive constructive thing you saw from this thing so far? But with that being said, that's the video. I am Curious Corduroy. I will see you guys in the next one. Please remember to always be excellent to one another.